The first day of school is coming up fast in the Syracuse City School District. It's 3 weeks away. Joining us now is Interim Superintendent Anthony Davis. Tony, lots to catch up on. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Jeff.
Let's start, actually, I want to get to as much as we can. Let's start with staffing. When we talked a few weeks back, I think it was about 300 open positions to fill. How are you doing right now? How many openings are left, and what types of positions are we talking about?
We're getting there. Right now, we're concentrating on classrooms. So we have a little over 100 that we still have to fill. And fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, it's something we've seen before. So we know what we need to do with that. But we're just being creative as possible, where we're using retirees, we're using substitutes, we're using curriculum coaches, whoever we need to put into the classrooms and make sure our students have someone in front of them that's able to move our curriculum forward.
Like you said, I mean, obviously you want all those filled, but this is not something brand new to the district where people hear 100, oh my gosh, they're in real trouble. You've dealt with this before.
Correct.
Okay. What's the best way?
We're also doing some hiring events and things throughout the community that we're trying to find people who are qualified that may or may not be in education and want to get into education. So we're definitely looking for people with education backgrounds, but other folks who have expertise will help us as well.
Beautiful. I know we've talked about this before. You're beefing up security, especially at the K-8 and the middle school levels. You've come out with some details more on that. What's it going to look like in terms of staffing for security at these buildings?
Again, I think staffing is one of those things where we've added 40 sentries. We've also had 20 peace officers in the K-8 and middle schools. And really it's one of those things where we want to make sure everyone is safe, but we want to do it in an environment that's first and foremost education environment. So we're getting positions filled, and every day we're working on those, and I think we have about maybe 15 to 20 of those positions still available.
Are any of those sentries or peace officers, will they be armed in the schools?
I believe the peace officers will.
Gotcha. Okay. Going to switch topics with you a little bit. The district has announced now that it will be buying school supplies for students. How exactly does that work? They come the first day and pick them up, and what will that be as far as school supplies?
Yes. What we have is, you'll see on our website, there are going to be lists by division, so elementary, middle, and high school. And what we've done is put together a list that the most common materials that students need. And what we're doing with that is each building will receive an allocation of items that school supplies for kids. And when they get to the buildings, they'll be able to take the things that they need. And we know that there's some community agencies as well as some individual families who have bought school supplies. Those things will not go to waste, because we're going to continue to supply for the entire year student supplies. So we'll do it at the beginning of school, we'll do it again in the spring to make sure that we're trying to help families as much as possible.
If possible, Tony, though, a good idea to try to bring some of the supplies yourself, or are you just saying every student, you know what, we've got what you need when you come to school?
If there's particular things people like, I would tell them, you know, if they already have them, bring them. If it's a strain on the family, then we will have what they need to for the classroom.
You have a series of community conversation events coming up over the next month. What inspired you to host these, and what are you hoping to hear from the school community? I'm sure it's everybody in the community, not just parents, right, and teachers. Correct. Maybe everybody.
I'm very excited about the conversations, and it's really it's not going to be a structured speech or anything of that nature. It's going to be an authentic conversation where I'm really just trying to get from the community what it is that they need from the district, as well as what the district needs from our community to be one. We need to work together for the best interest of our kids. So I think the conversation is really meant to be how can we all work together in the best interest of our students. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
First one's going to be tonight, Bob Cecil Community Center. That's going to be from 6 to 7. And if you can't make that one, then there's one I know Friday, Saturday, and then I think you have 3 more end of August, and even one at the late September. So plenty of opportunities to get there to talk to the superintendent and other people. Anthony Davis, the interim superintendent of the Syracuse City School District. Tony, again, know you're a busy man. Thanks so much for joining us for a few minutes.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it.